For a month, the United States has been taking on Islamic State in Iraq, defending populations under threat and securing America's own personnel in the country. Now, President Obama said it was time to go on the offensive against what he calls ISIL.
Our objective is clear. We will degrade and ultimately destroy ISIL through a comprehensive and sustained counterterrorism strategy.
In Syria, as in Iraq, he said he would authorize military action if necessary. But this, he said, wasn't America's fight alone.
In the fight against ISIL, we cannot rely on an Assad regime that terrorizes its own people, a regime that will never regain the legitimacy it has lost. Instead, we must strengthen the opposition as the best counterweight to extremists like ISIL, while pursuing the political solution necessary to solve Syria's crisis once and for all.
The president said he was building an international coalition. His Secretary of State, John Kerry, is already in the Middle East to enlist more support from Saudi Arabia, Jordan and others. But the region is rife with sectarian struggles that could make this far from easy. Already at home there is cautious enthusiasm from both sides of the political divide for the president's plan. President Obama's speech was in part a rallying cry, an answer to critics who'd said he'd been too hesitant in tackling the wider threat posed by Islamic State. He said American leadership was a constant in an uncertain world, and that it was America that had the will and the capacity to mobilize the world against the terrorists. And all this comes as Americans fly their flags at half-mast, 13 years after 9/11. It was a poignant time for the president to warn people of the sort of threats they could face if Islamic State goes unchallenged. Tom Esslemont, BBC News, Washington.